Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Already Thursday. How's everyone doing? Good morning, McRangers. Followed by Roe. Good morning. Hey, Patrick. Safe from fire hydrant theft. I checked the one on the corner. I'm on a corner lot, and in front of down at by the curb, there is a fire hydrant still there this morning at the 4:30 dog walk. Good morning, John. Thank you for pointing that out. We are safe from fire hydrant theft. Hey, Richard. Good morning, Jacob. Light in the comments. There's a bunch of people in the background. Light in the comments. Again, if you're new here, please do consider commenting. All right. I don't know where the Sterling is. Maybe he's tied up at work. But we have numbers coming out this morning. First of all, the ECB did cut. Even though they're projecting higher inflation for next year in 2026, they're still cutting. It's going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting. May you live in interesting times. We had initial jobless claims coming in higher than expected and closing in on an 8-month high, creeping up slowly. Continuing jobless claims still below 1,800K, roughly in line with expected. What else do we have? We had non-farm productivity down from prior and a little worse than forecast. And that's really about it. We got a 4-week and 8-week bill auction today. So that's where we sit. And remember, tomorrow is non-farm payroll Friday. First Friday of the month, non-farm payroll Friday. So far this morning, of course, NVDA and the chips, especially NVDA, will it become the largest company in the world via market cap today? It passed Apple yesterday. It's gone vertical. Hey, all you need to do is buy NVIDIA and walk away. But that's about it. Joking, by the way. Joking. So, rest of the market's pretty mixed besides some software running up and semis. Lulu's up a little bit off of, we talked about the key support, and it bounced with a beat. Revenue wasn't that impressive. Looked at some of the comments from this call, and they're really trying to spin international sales, which is only 21% of their business. So far, energy technology leading it higher. Comm services and industrials lower. Fed watch still favors the first cut in September and then another one in December. Fear and greed slightly back to neutral. Schiller PE over 35 again. Oh, this is going to get so interesting at some point, but the trend is still up. I didn't even look at earnings this morning. I was more looking at the unemployment numbers and some other things. DocuSign after the close, and then pretty much nothing tomorrow. So, not much to really talk about. Let's see. S&P. Oh, Sterling's in here now. Good morning, Sterling. Abbreviated news coming. Were you tied up at work, Sterling? Thank you for still jumping in and putting in the info. We still have mini double top territory still in play after yesterday's insane day. Insane. Running up. Everything's getting price perfections. Complete no landing. Just, hey, yields dropping. Let's all pile in a super expensive market led by NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA's market caps now exceeds its revenues for 25, 26, 27. Total revenues, it's fascinating. But the trend is still up. Still mini double top, still potential bigger double top. They may get invalidated. Next levels higher are still the same ones from before, 53.8850, and then the major cluster 54.12 area. The pullback support 53.50. That's really, if we start dropping below this little spike low with the unemployment numbers, then I'll be watching that 4-hour rotation zone. And this key closing right from yesterday morning about 53.50. That's the key support area. That's really about it. NASDAQ. By the way, NASDAQ, the huge potential double is gone. Never trigger, and it's gone. Gone like yesterday, gone like a freight train. Hit the next is 19,108. What do we get the high to today? 19,124. We hit the next major harmonic cluster. If it does continue, powered by NVIDIA. It's not powered by Intel. Everything's just powered by NVIDIA. And then there was 6.5% of the S&P 500. One company waiting. 19,218.75 to 19,260. The minor little mini double is still potential, may be invalidated within the next day or so, but it's still sitting right there. The major support is back at 18,950. The minor support area is coming in, hold on one second, is coming in, look at that, right, with the 12.5, it's coming in about 19,000, 19,020. So that's the minor support. Other than that, that 19,218 area is the next 19,2, 19,218. Not much to talk about. Let's see who else is there. Good morning, Royal Palms. Good morning, Legion Reader. Yeah, work got in the way, huh, Sterling? Well, you got to make a living, Sterling. Just remind me closer to the end, Royal Palms. Hey, Coco, 20K is so close. It's 1,000 away. You were talking 24, though. Are we going to still hit 24s or just 20? Thank you for reminding everybody for the thumbs up. Good morning, Charles. NVIDIA is the Jesus of the market. Oh, boy. Well, we know what happened to Jesus. And if NVIDIA gets crucified at some point, we'll kiss this thing goodbye. This market is absolutely insane. This is getting to more insane than was the .com with the overall ignoring everything and just buying, especially just buying NVIDIA and holding your nose. Not saying it can't go higher, but it's getting that vertical up, potentially vertical down, because NVIDIA is not going to be the only chip maker that does AI. Sorry, it doesn't quite work that way. You know, they might be the leader right now, but let's see. Still, if the Dow breaks above this 38,950 area, 39,20 and 39,121, which is a prior breakdown area. Other than that, support level I'm looking at is about 38.7, 38.720. Russell, there's not a lot of great setups besides, especially going into non-farm payrolls, besides potentially just watch NVIDIA run higher if it can keep pulling everything with it. Russell, trading right now at some minor support is 2056. More significant support is right around 2040. So keeping an eye on that, but otherwise not very many great setups in the Russell right now. The VIX just dropping. It's now just sell vol, buy NVIDIA. Sell volatility, buy NVIDIA. Cycle's getting the bottom area back on the VIX. The DAX, channeling double, did nothing to fully invalidate it yet unless it closes today above 18,778. Because I moved the stop because it came with that 50. Notes, little pullback. Let's see, especially tomorrow, if the 110s hold with the channeling double. Yield, which triggered yesterday. Little bounce today, but this very key resistance around 4.35. So I'm going to keep watching to see if it stalls out there. Dollar index, not much going on, even with the ECB cut. This is a weird lopsided double, but we'll keep watching to see if, because of where this key area is, where it is right now, because of the 200, because of the 8 EMA, and it was some prior key support area, to see if we close above there. 104.05. Crude getting a slight little bounce. The percent B was not triggered yesterday, but getting a slight little bounce. Going to be watching for a rollover play. We have cycles turning up on the daily, but we'll be watching for another rollover and possibly a more substantial bottom or the continuation breakdown. But anything right now is just in short-term bounce mode. Gold tried to break out on a little upside move. However, daily cycles to the top. Gold did not fall through. Weeklies at the bottom. I'll be paying very close attention to gold tomorrow morning. It tried to break today, getting between the 50 and 62.5, and then just rolling over. You can see right here. You can see right there back at the breakout level. But we'll be paying attention to gold, especially tomorrow morning. Now, if it bounces and closes, if it can hold this and get some traction intraday, it could be interesting going into non-farm payrolls tomorrow from a bullish standpoint. But if it falls back into, especially below yesterday's close, not interested at all at looking at it. Silver, little bounce here. We're going to be watching for the next rollover in silver. Copper, remember finishing the double, coming down to the 50, and little bounce here. We'll be watching for another potential rollover play, and that we don't have a strong bottom just yet in copper. 10-year yield keeps pulling back in the yen, and the yen just sitting here. It's either the breakdown area now is about 154.60. The breakout area is 157.60. Other than that, it's in no man's land. Euro, again, rate cut, but nothing fabulous here. Nothing fabulous here. This would be a really yucky potential double. We'll just put it on here just in case it breaks down, but it's not a well-formed one at all. But that could take us back to at least the lows from the 29th of May and 23rd of May. And into this key support area. There's just not a lot of great setups right now. Spiders. See here with the spiders. We had 534.91 as the next. We had those harmonics which went through, but we have the next little 534.91, and we got up to 534.69. So not quite to that harmonic. Key support coming in at 533.05. So any run up today, first would be the gap fill to 534.67, then that 534.91. Above there is 536.75. The Qs. The next key area, we have a double harmonic right around 465. So we're looking to open 463.97. 465 is the key target. On any pullback, it would be yesterday's close, 463.50, 462.75, and then the major supports back at 460.50. What else? We got Bitcoin. Still is 87.5 areas. Still key resistance. But if it can break above there, you're looking at 73.7 to about 76 are the next two targets. There's nothing going on with Tesla. It's gone dead because everything shifted to NVDA. So we had 1208. We went through 1208 to 1223. Next target is about 1258 to 1260. Trading 1236 right now. So that's where that sits. And above that, we don't even have enough short-term stuff for a next target, but it would be 1300 for me if it keeps running. What else? I'm not saying don't go against the trend. I've said that. I'm not fighting the market. I again said the market will go higher until it doesn't. It's just getting to the stupid phase, and it can be stupid for longer than we think. Jacob fights the market even on the weekends when it's closed. All right, well, I got a request for something. What was there? Let me go back. Here we go. Hood. You want the old hood? See how often I look at that. Let's take the overall huge picture. Let's just see where this sits in the short term. All right, well, key support is back in this 20 to 2050 area. It hit the 22 harmonic cluster. If it gets back through there, the next key targets are 2370 and 2636. That's really about it on Hood. There's no major topping pattern yet. So that's where we sit. Just, well, watch out moving forward because we're getting to weekly cycles potentially at the top, although daily cycles are getting to the bottom. So as long as you don't see anything really close below 20 bucks, at least in the short term, the trend's still up for Hood. And what else do we have? MDB. Oh, that's ugly. Ooh. Well, the probabilities have definitely shifted. So any bounce, I'd be looking for rollover plays. You're back below the long term. You're well below the 62.5 now. You had a very sloppy head and shoulders with the broken down neckline there. Let's just see how that would all. I'm curious. How that lines up. So yeah, look, 71st target at the 75 roughly, second target at the 87.5, and third target roughly around the lows. So on any rally, I've been looking for rollover plays on this. I would not be looking at even a short-term little mini bottoming formation. The key resistance area for me would be 275 if it could even get that high. What else? Mike, is mini double top territory the area above the 87 to 100? Technically, a double top can be formed when we get above the 75. The stronger double tops are above the 87.5. The minimum is the 75. Okay? So that's where you sit there. Let's see. Coin closed yesterday above 62.5 for retracement from the recent high. Coin also has triggered a daily double bottom that has not hit the first target yet. Let's take a look at Coin. So that, let's just see with this. Oh, you're talking about this 62.5. Yeah, so you could still see Coin with waning momentum coming down, little divergence there. So your key target would be roughly, if it keeps running, 272.50. So there you go. That would be my key target at least. Don't ignore the stop production at 254.60. What will happen if the Fed cuts rates? Well, everybody thinks the market will just keep chugging on. If the Fed starts having to cut rates, traditionally the market's rolled over. So keep that in mind. Looks better on the weekly. You can see it right there. Either way, it's triggered. So, Coin could see a retest of the most recent highs. And when I say recent, back from March. All right, what else? Just to let you know, I blew a comment account yesterday trying to call a top. So there, the prop accounts are tougher than they seem. All right, well, again, wait for the setups. Wait for the setups, and as long as, and you know, that's all my thing is. Again, we may not see, we have a potential couple short things in here, but like the NASDAQ, they may never trigger. They're not even front run stuff triggered. And Coco is correct. The trend is your friend until it ends. So, we are in jubilation mode. Now, be careful. We're getting into cycles top back on the daily and the weekly. That does not mean it has to collapse. That means it can move sideways. But this could definitely get some waning momentum with a massive divergence. So just pay attention to that. Just pay attention to that. With that, I will see everyone back tomorrow after the non-farm payrolls come out. Going into when the holders of NVDA tomorrow will get issued the magic free shares. The magic free shares. 10 for 1 stock split. And I'm joking about the free shares. So I will see everyone back tomorrow. Bye for now.